everything in this business is really relationship driven, and we invest with people we trust.
So the last question of the panel is just going to be about what's the most, one last powerful insight you could leave with the audience. This could be for people who want to build relationships with family offices. Maybe they're looking to do a co-GP deal, a joint venture. Maybe they're $1 billion plus an assets under management group here that'd love to work with someone like you, and any advice for someone like that. It could be a family office in the room that would want to co-invest with groups like yourself, or just another lesson that you've learned while running your single family office that would be really valuable to a private investor of any size here in the room. And we will start with you, Jeff, and then work our way down the way towards Candace here on any last comments you'd like to make.
So I think from a family office perspective, not enough families take advantage of what I think are the three greatest advantages that a family office has. And very quickly, it's basically, one, it's your money, so you won't fire yourself. Too much of the investment management industry is geared around just making sure you don't get fired. And if it's your money, you're not going to fire yourself, so don't be afraid to do things that are different. Two is a long-term time horizon, and too many families get focused on monthly returns. If you have a properly built investment process and you're truly focused on, everyone says they're focused on their grandchildren's grandchildren, so then stop looking at monthly returns. It doesn't matter. And then sort of the third thing is we tend to be small in the grand scheme of things, so large enough to be able to afford resources and do things that require expertise, but small enough that it doesn't have to warrant a $1 billion or $2 billion deployment. So there's a real niche that a lot of families can take advantage of that I don't think they do enough of.
Great, appreciate that, thank you.
I would stress the importance of keeping things simple when you can. Sometimes deals can be structured in a very complex way, and your attorneys and your accountants are not necessarily aligned with trying to keep things simple. So you have to quarterback it yourself or have trusted people on your team to do that and watch out for that. And that can be an eye-opener after an unfortunate experience that I'm hoping people in this room who have not already had one will avoid. For those who are looking to build relationships or be mentored or reach out, I think a lot of people in this industry and even at the family offices are by their nature very helpful people, so long as they have time and feel that the advice is really valued, that it's not some backdoor way of getting something else, but that there's true interest in learning or building a connection. I think there's a lot of receptivity to that. But building on some of our other sessions earlier in the conference about the pitch and the emails, succinct.
I would just add, find ways to collaborate. Come to conferences like this, ask people what they're investing in, try to learn, and then find opportunities where you can co-invest and work together on situations. I think bringing more minds into the table is always a smart thing.
Great, yeah, I appreciate that comment. Sometimes people in the room say, oh, well, I was thinking about doing this deal with this big family, but maybe they're going to want to take over and do everything, or maybe they won't need me and kick me out of the deal. That may be true with some families, but other families will realize they might be really good at operating it, they might be able to capitalize it, might be able to scale it, but just sourcing that opportunity could maybe earn you a spot in the deal as part carry or some equity, or maybe it could be co-managed, but they're going to use their construction team or use their warehouses or distribution network, whatever it is. So the collaboration and joint venture part of it is where I see the fastest growth of deals getting done in the family office space, of people that go from 20 million, 10 million, 40 million in assets under management to 500 million or billion, have that mindset. And that's why at every one of our quarterly investor club summits, we have a co-GP JV summit. But you see that Estefan just brought it up naturally, because that's just something that he looks for and what they look for in their family office. So I appreciate you bringing that up. Candace, what's the last remark you'd like to make?
It's probably similar to what you said, is I think, look, I think probably this morning I probably got, 350 emails this morning. I haven't seen my email this morning because I've been here with you guys. I probably get 600 emails a day. It's not physically possible all the time to even see all the emails that come into the box, let alone respond to them. That would be like a full-time job and I'd get nothing else done. So I'd say one of the most important things is really relationships. And that in-person connectivity, like you get at your events, where you can actually meet and engage with people in person, and building those relationships and having in-person contact, which many of us haven't had since COVID. I don't think anything can be a substitute for that, and I think that's why we're all here. And thanks, Richard, for putting this great event together. And, I'd say, everything in this business is really relationship driven. And we invest with people we trust. And it takes time to get to know people and get to trust them and build that relationship. And I'd say the key to life is building those great relationships and enjoying the people you work with and then making money together.